From being a homeless teen to vacationing with Hollywood superstars, Jimmy Butler's emotional story and lifestyle has it all.
Butler! Perfect! Long shot!
Including an incredibly lucrative business venture post-retirement. But first, to understand who Jimmy really is, we need to take a look at his troubling childhood. Number 8. Jimmy Butler's early life. There are many athletes who come from rough circumstances, and then there are the circumstances that Jimmy Butler grew up in. Born in Houston, Texas, his father abandoned the family when Butler was an infant. His family ended up moving to a small suburb of Houston, but when Jimmy was 13 years old, his mom kicked him out of the house, and her reason for doing so was, well, just downright cruel. Quote, "I don't like the look of you. You gotta go." Now imagine saying that to your own son. But luckily, Jimmy had a few close friends who let him stay over weeks at a time. During his summer basketball league heading into his senior year at Tomball High School, Jimmy met Jordan Leslie, a freshman football and basketball player at the school. The two quickly became really great friends, and eventually Leslie's parents took Jimmy in and treated him like their own son. Since those rough early years, Jimmy has rekindled his relationships with his dad and mom, which really shows Jimmy's character. Instead of holding a grudge, he chose to forgive and accept his parents, and now has a close relationship with them too. But before he got to that stage, Jimmy still had a lot of ups and downs to go through, particularly on his path to the NBA. Number 7. Journey to the NBA. As the senior and team captain of his high school team, Jimmy averaged 19.9 points and 8.7 rebounds per game, and was subsequently voted his team's most valuable player, but wasn't highly recruited. And to be honest, that is an understatement. Jimmy was ranked 73rd in the state of Texas coming out of high school. Typically, players who end up going to Division II colleges go there because a Division I college wants them to go a few more reps before transferring over. But that wasn't the case with Jimmy. No Division I college offered him a spot. However, Jimmy didn't seem too concerned about the whole thing. He was happy going to any college and working his way toward a degree. Playing in the NBA seemed like a fairy tale at that point in his life. He played his freshman season at Tyler Junior College before accepting an athletic sponsorship to Marquette. It was at Marquette where Jimmy's game began to evolve. Jimmy had a knack for proving people wrong, and his coach used that to constantly pick at Jimmy's deficiencies, knowing that Jimmy would put in the extra hours to improve just so he can say, "I told you so." And surprisingly enough, one of Jimmy's deficiencies in college was that he was too focused on scoring and didn't play enough defense. Which, if you know anything about Butler, is basically the complete opposite in the NBA, where he locks up defenders but can defer on the offensive side until it is crunch time. Jimmy has said that he loves his college coach for pushing all of the right buttons and making his time at Marquette extremely difficult, because it made him into the player that he is now. As a senior in 2010-2011, he averaged 15.7 points per game and earned an All-Big East honorable mention for the second straight year, then declared for the NBA and was picked 30th overall by the Chicago Bulls. Number 6. Career achievement. With a name like Jimmy Buckets, you'd think he came into the league and set it on fire. But the opposite is actually true. Like everything in Jimmy's life, he really had to grind hard to get a shot. In his very first year with the Bulls, Jimmy only played 8 minutes a game. But it wouldn't take long for the Bulls coaching staff to understand that they had something special in Jimmy. As his minutes blossomed, so did his game. Jimmy started off his career showing his elite defensive skills and even made an all-defensive team in 2014, something he would do 5 times in his career. The very next year, he won the NBA Most Improved Player award and made his first All-Star team, another feat that he would repeat multiple times, as he is a 6-time NBA All-Star. While in 2017, he earned a spot on the All-NBA team and has made the honors 4 times. Jimmy also led the leagues in steals in 2021, so even though his scoring averages have increased, he hasn't forgotten his bread and butter, which is his elite-level defense. Jimmy played a crucial role in ending the Timberwolves' playoff drought before leaving them to help Philly contend in the 2019 playoffs. However, once they fell short, Jimmy found his way to the Heat, which was basically a match made in heaven, as the Heat are known for working hard and grinding on both sides of the court, and that is exactly who Jimmy Butler is. He led the Heat to an NBA final and also an Eastern Conference Finals finish. and as his play has grown, so has his NBA checks. Number 5. NBA contract. Jimmy has come a long way from being a homeless teen. His very first NBA contract was worth $5.2 million over a 4-year span. The Bulls decided to pick up Jimmy's bird rights and signed him to a 5-year, $92 million extension in 2015. The next big pay bump Jimmy saw came with Miami, who did a sign and trade with Philly, which netted Jimmy a 4-year, $140 million contract, all of which was guaranteed too. Since then, the Heat have extended Jimmy's contract by offering him a 3-year, $146 million deal, which means that Jimmy is making $48.7 million annually. So it is safe to say that Jimmy's efforts in college have paid off, and his early morning workouts were worth every penny. But NBA contracts aren't Jimmy's only source of income. He has other business ventures and endorsements on top of that. Number 4. Business ventures. Jimmy has made several smart investments over the years. He is most famous for his investments in coffee shops. He owns stakes in 3 different coffee shops, one near Philly, another near Miami, and one back home in Houston. He seems to love the coffee business, as he opened his own coffee shop. First as a joke because he used to charge his teammates $20 per cup. But a year later, he launched it as an official coffee brand and has his sights set on the coffee business full-time after retirement. Apart from coffee, Jimmy also has a love for wine. His favorite wine is the Italian wine Sassicaia 2010, of which he has over 500 bottles in his home. So we could definitely see Jimmy going into the wine business sometime soon as well. And while his game and unique personality grew, so did his list of endorsements, making him one of the most marketable stars in the NBA. Number 3. Endorsements. So back in 2014, Jimmy signed a $5 million per year deal with the Jordan brand. The deal ended in 2022, after which he signed with the Chinese shoe brand Li Ning, which is rumored to be worth around $3 million per year. Along with his shoe deals, he has worked with companies like JBL Audio, Panini America, Trading Cards, and Body Armor, while collaborating with some of the biggest brands in the world like Beats by Dre, Bonobos, Aqua Hydrate, Michelob Ultra, and Hyper Ice. So, it is safe to say that Jimmy has really maximized his stardom. Speaking of which, let's take a look at some of Jimmy's social media shenanigans along with a few unique interests. Number 2. Social media presence. Butler's social media of choice is the very popular platform Instagram. On there, he has over 8 million followers and uses his platform to shine a light on his teammates, showing off his training sessions and his summer vacations. Fans also get a glimpse into Jimmy's unique personality through his Instagram. This includes his taste in music. Jimmy is a huge country music fan and starred in the music video for Luke Bryan's song Light It Up. Last fall, he revealed he's been working on a country music album in Nashville. Also, his love for soccer. Jimmy started watching football in 2016 after he watched Neymar play for Brazil in the Olympics. Since then, he has been a PSG and Neymar fan and has even hung out with Neymar on numerous occasions. But Neymar isn't the only famous friend of Jimmy's. He's actually really close friends with Mark Wahlberg, and the two have trained together in the past and have even gone on summer vacations together to Paris. Jimmy really seems to be living the good life, and that's easy to do when you've got a net worth like his. Number 1. His net worth. Jimmy Buckets has clearly been cashing in on and off the court. His NBA contracts alone will net him over $250 million, while lucrative brand deals seem to be the icing on the cake. However, his business ventures could eventually rocket his net worth to the moon if he is able to be as clutch in that field as he has been in the NBA. For now, we would say that his net worth is somewhere around the $180 million mark, as his 3-year deal with the Heat has just started. Now, there is no doubt that Jimmy has a lot more big checks coming his way in the future as he continues to venture into different money-making fields. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell beside it so that you're notified the next time we upload a new video. And with that being said, you just watched us break down Jimmy Butler's emotional story and lifestyle. We'll see you next time.